Hey guys, how we doing? Gonna wait to see who jumps on and joins. Dee. Mm, that's good. Hey guys, how you doing? So looks like there's like 16 of you watching now. I think that's a good number to start off with. 17 now. Oh my God, the number keeps climbing. So want to take a moment to kind of let you guys know of a few things. Hello. Um, some things that are going on with me, and also I wanted to show you kind of a studio tour because a lot of people have asked for one and I've never really done it. Just to kind of show you the place around a little bit. We did just do some remodeling here at the house. We got new floors installed. So I apologize already if my voice is kind of bouncing all over the room a little bit. I definitely believe that the floors have something to do with that because they're not carpeted anymore. But I want to show you guys kind of my little man cave, so to speak, so that you can see where all the magic happens. So let's see what we're looking at here. All right. It's coming. It's coming. Once I can figure out what the hell I'm doing wrong, it's coming. Hey, look at that. It's YouTubeception. All right. Let's kind of close that out. Dee. All right, so this is kind of the workspace here. So got some guitars hanging up, got my Washburn WV40 Vindicator V, which was the wedding present from my lovely wife. Got my Jackson SL2Q Soloist, which is still for sale. Have the Hellbound Strictly 7 Cobra Special 7 string. That is for sale, but I'm not even really sure I want to sell it because I just did a recording session with it and it sounds tits. Tear flag. Let's see, we've got some photos here. The wife and Devin, the wife and John 5, Ziltoid, Herman, and the 49er zombie, and then the wife and I and the Boondock Saints. That's cool. We've got the Maite Gallocaster, which is an Esquire that I was building for her at one point and never finished. I need to get on that, finish it up for her so that she can start learning again. This is the camera that all the magic happens on. Thank you so much, Chad. That was an awesome Christmas present. Let's see. In the rack, we've got the Ormsby Goliaths. We've got the Strandberg Bowden 8. We have an Ibanez RG 6005 that is going to get new strings pretty soon. We've also got the Schecter Damien Platinum 9 string, which I'm still trying to decide if I'm really selling that or not. Part of me is just really loving it for the goofball factor. See, we've got some family photos here and some other cool stuff. I love that me and my buddy Eric from the first Death to All show in San Francisco. Love that. Bunch of backstage passes, NAMM badges, that sort of thing up there. Let's see. Brand new light. Ah, it's bright. We've got Lemmy watching over everything. We have the strapping young lad Ozfest Jägermeister poster there. Devin Townsend project and Between the Buried and Me signed poster. Devin actually drew a Ziltoid from Maite, which was pretty cool. We've got the Opeth, Gojira, and Devin Townsend project live at Red Rocks poster, which is from the show that we went and saw there. Opeth is actually putting out a DVD for that show. I can't wait to check that out. My awesome vintage Testament poster and the promotional poster for Impact is Imminent. My favorite Exodus album. As I Lay Dying autograph picture. We've got the Balaguer archetype, which is boasting some Devin Townsends and a Floyd. Roasted maple neck and board. We've got kind of my be-all, end-all recording instrument right there, the Ormsby SX. Custom finish on it. Is the only one like it that has that finish. I love this guitar. I bought it not even with the intention of keeping it, but it was so fucking good I had to keep it. I was like, man, nope, this thing is not getting sold. Ever. It is so awesome. And then my Desert Island guitar, my Schecter C1 Exotic. Currently, it still has that set of Lawler DBs in it. String is broken because I just broke one last night. This guitar has been with me for 12 years at this point. It has gone on tour with me and has been brutalized so fucking much. Gone through a lot of changes over the years. One of these days I ought to do a video strictly on her, but that is an irreplaceable instrument right there. Solar E2. I love this Explorer shape with the reverse headstock there. The Solar pickups are fucking phenomenal from Seymour Duncan. I absolutely love this guitar. These two instruments right there, a little bit the Ormsby as well, are going to be my main recording instruments for an EP that I'm going to work on at some point when I can get off my ass and actually finish something. And then I've got my Schecter Ultra Bass, which I had to own one of these after my very last tour that I did. We had kind of a bum of a bass player on that tour who left all of his shit with us and just kind of pieced out after the first show. And he was basically fighting with us to get his stuff back, but in the meantime I used his basses, which were two of these, to record like a bass part that played behind us in the background music while we played live. And I was like, man, for a passive bass, this thing sounds killer. I've got to own one. So, do you like salsiccia? We've got the Devin Townsend flag there. Some Old Metal Maniacs posters. Man, I miss that magazine so fucking much. Amon Amarth, Behemoth. That magazine was my fucking Bible for years. I had a subscription for many years. I loved it. Autograph Henry Rollins poster. Death to All poster, because fucking love Chuck, and I had to make it to the very first show since it was in San Francisco. It was super fucking rad. And then, of course, just kind of looking around the rest of the room, we've got a little bit of furniture here that's got a whole bunch of like guitar stuff and accessories, and now I'm creating a mess. Great. You know, more pens and tools. There's my string drawer, that sort of thing. over here, let's see, in this box we've got a Charvel Joe to Plantier that is going to be sent back to Sam Ash. I bought an open box special from them and was planning on doing a review video, but sadly it arrived with a awful neck break on it. So very unfortunate. We will not get that video anytime soon, but I'm going to be sending that back shortly. In that package, I've got, my mother sent me my Tascam Portastudio 424 because someone around my neck of the woods here in California was desperately looking for one. So I was like, hey, I've still got this thing, so I'm going to hook dude up. Let's see. We've got, let's see, the bench. That's just the stand that this cell phone is going to go back on eventually. My awesome rock board, pedal board. You know, not sponsored or anything, but goddamn, I love this thing. I gotta tell you guys all about it all the time. Got my Morley George Lynch Dragon 2 wah pedal, replacing my Mark Tremonti Power Wah I had for years. Currently on the board, there is an Aris Effects Savage Drive and an ISP Decimator, and also the Rockboard Power Pit power supply. Okay, let's see, my microphone that is usually hooked up for all my other videos. Shure SM7B, the king of fucking death metal mics right there. My Kemper powered on in case I want to play some for you guys a little bit. So sitting on top of my Randall Satan 50, which currently is not getting too much of a workout because I'm still trying to get this 2 notes torpedo captor to work the way I want it to. I think I've got a ground loop issue. I need to figure it out. So it's probably absolutely nothing that 2 notes is doing. It's probably everything that I'm doing wrong. We'll figure it out. My Pro DI Direct box, also a gift from Chad to help solid DI signals go to my interface. The amps are sitting on top of a KSR 2x12, which I currently have a couple of new Celestion 12-inch speakers on order for. Let's see. On my actual studio desk right here. Well, here, on my desk, let me show you everything that I've got. Oh, and over here are my Line 6 practice amps, which never get used anymore, so I'm trying desperately to sell them. My old GoPro that I used to do all my old videos with, that's been getting a little bit more use lately as I'm trying to figure some cool new shit out. That's the beer we're having today. Excuse me. Oh man, so good. Time Waits for No One is an awesome Imperial Stout. This one is the Coffee Imperial. My old studio desktop has just been kind of converted into my personal desktop now. Old Mac Mini with upgraded RAM and just a pair of basic computer speakers so I can listen to tunes from time to time, watch YouTube videos, that sort of shit. So some cables that I have yet to figure out where they're going. We just moved all of this stuff out of this room and then back into it because we just added all this new flooring. So we're still kind of figuring out where everything's going to go in here. And then we've got a few books here. Beer Geek Handbook, 101 Beers You Must Taste Before You Die. My Vakken program from last year. We've got a little notebook there with a Devin Townsend sticker on it. And that is my Vakken cow that we picked up at last year's fest. Ain't she cute? Okay, so over here is my studio desktop. It is an iMac with a little bit nicer RAM on the inside. We've got two JBL powered monitors, one on each side there. Probably not facing in the best of directions. There again, I'm just kind of getting my studio set up a little bit reconfigured here, because this computer used to be over here, and now they've switched. Got my Korg Nano Control 2 that's been with me ever since I got this thing way back in the day. This thing has been very, very trustworthy for me. I've got my Focusrite Scarlett 18i8. Hello, Brasil! Muito bom! Bem-vindo! Alright, so we've got my Focusrite 18i8 there. Ultimately, I needed a better interface just to have a few more inputs. It's got SPDIF if I can ever figure out how to fucking reamp with this thing again. But it's also got several inputs so that I can run direct in. I can run the output from the Kemper into this thing, and I can also do the mic at the same time. All right, let's take a look at the computer. Password. All right, pulls up Pro Tools. About this Mac. Let's see. Right now, I am running, I don't know if you really shouldn't see that serial number or not, so whatever, I'll just block it. 32 gigs memory, 3.4 Intel Core i5. Pretty cool graphics on there. It's got a terabyte of storage on it. This is basically my little home away from home. This is my workstation. This is where I kind of try desperately to cram in as much inspiration as I possibly can. And it's been a little bit rough going. Can't seem to ever get anything fucking finished on this. All right, back to me. Let's take a look at all those messages that I was getting. Answer some questions here. Maybe I'll play a little get fiddle for you. All right. Messages. Please. How about you stand the fuck up the way I want you to? All right. Let's see. As far as a concert that James Murphy put together, I am very unaware if he had anything to do with Death to All. I know it was organized by Sick Drummer Magazine. Not really sure if James had much to do with it at all, honestly. Let's see. What else? Who writes better riffs, Discarnate or Decapitated? You know, David, I've seen this back and forth that you've had with Jeremy, and oh man, I'm gonna be honest, dude. I love Decapitated, but in my opinion, they're just not as good as they used to be. In my honest to God opinion, dude, I've tried so hard to get into those recent albums, and they just don't do it for me. Naility was probably my last record of theirs that just really fucking rocked my world, and that was their second record. Dude, the title track on that album was so fucking gnarly. But since then, it doesn't really do much for me. So I would have to say Discarnate, honestly. Discarnate does more for me. Let me get fiddle down and play a little bit. Opinion on Skirvison guitars. I actually haven't even played a single Skirvison since my review of that Raptor. So I would like to. They're probably not in a big hurry to send me anything to check out. Because I kind of ripped on it a little bit. And you know what? I stand by that rippage. I'm really just not in a big hurry to check it out. I'll be honest with you. So, well, first of all, as far as Chapman goes, you know, a lot of people have told me I just had a lemon, and I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. If I could play another one, I would love to try another one, but we'll have to see. I will say this about Chapman. Dude, I played the fucking Hollingsworth multi-scale bass at NAMM, and holy shit was that thing awesome. It honestly played every fucking bit as good as a nice, broken-in, old-school Warwick from back in the day. So, sorry, can you guys hear me over the fan? Is that okay? Say something now if you can't hear me over the fan. Trying to figure out why. You guys hearing that shit too? Try a different guitar. See if that changes anything. It's a little funky. Oh, yes. Alright. Nope. That's something else entirely. What the hell is going on? Hello! How's everyone doing? Dude, I would love to play some Trivium from that era, but don't know. I don't know any. I've got a 6505 Plus with an OD808. I want something different to spice up the tone a bit. Any overdrives or boosts you'd recommend for a death metal tone? So, who the fuck said that? Hold on one second. What a piece of shit. I'm for free speech, blah, 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 blah. Hate speech or graphic violence report. Kiss my fucking ass, dude. What a pile of dog shit. All right. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little bit off some of the questions here. I would love to show some stuff on a Schecter Hellraiser C9. I don't have one, though. We'll have to see. I have not tried the KM7 Mark III. Hopefully, I will try one in a few weeks. Any interest on? Yes. I would love to try out a Splon, actually. I think that would be really cool. Let's see. I tried one out a long and super impressed, but then again, the dude that was playing it was kind of awful. Sure, wouldn't mind trying one out. That Chupacabra you were talking about sounds cool. All right. So, I keep mentioning I should probably be trying out like a Schecter in a few weeks. I was mentioning Warwick a minute ago. What is this alluding to? I wanted to let you guys know something super duper cool. In just a few short weeks, I am going to be flying to Markneukirchen, Germany, where I will be attending GitCon with a lot of other YouTubers, checking out a lot of cool products at the Framus and Warwick factory, doing a few factory tours, hoping to live stream some stuff and post some cool content for you. Maybe some collabs. I don't know. We'll have to see. I've already been in contact with a few people that have told me there's some really, really kick-ass instruments coming that I will have to check out. So, we shall see. We shall see what I am able to check out for you guys. Let's see. I want to play a little something for you. Insert. Hold on here. See, soundtrack from Raising. You're hilarious. The Dingwall got sold because I bought another one that just hasn't arrived yet. I'm hoping it arrives at some point in the very near future. I'm getting it from Nick at the Axe Palace. I can 100% confirm the delay has nothing to do with him. It's just he hasn't received the instrument yet. So hopefully sometime very near future. Let's see what else is going on. What, that thing? That's just a little shit thing that I sing whenever I'm trying to like figure some shit out. Can you hear the amp okay? Speak low, low. How about there? Nah, clutch really doesn't do a whole lot for me. There's absolutely nothing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. I think they're a. I think they're a solid band for what they do, but just what they do isn't necessarily my thing. My biggest con with the Kemper is that although it is an absolutely kick-ass tool to use and I get some great tones out of it in my opinion, there is a learning curve. There's too many options. I would rather plug into something and have it fucking kick-ass right from the word go. That's kind of why I absolutely love the Fortin Nameless Suite, but I don't love Positive Grid. There is a Positive Grid video coming, and not my thing at all. I had a lot of bad times with that Positive Grid bias amp. Evertune bridge system, I think if that's what you're looking for, is something that keeps your guitar in tune kind of perpetually, I think it's fucking awesome. It does the job nicely. The one that I had, though, was extremely noisy, so buyer beware. You guys don't mind if I play a song or something, do ya? Alright, this is on absolutely zero fucking warm-up, so this is gonna be fucking interesting. Let's see if I can pull this off. Let's see if the levels are gonna be okay. Hell yeah, I love it. All right, so that song is by a very, very kick-ass fucking band from Germany called Gravedigger. That is their song Spirits of the Dead off of their self-titled record from the year 2000. And fun fact, that album had fucking Manny Schwartz from Rage playing guitar for them. Holy fuck, no wonder that album kicked so much ass. Fucking riff god, dude. Love that song so much. Alright, so one other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about today is that some of you may have noticed on it's gonna get really bright here for a second. As some of you may have noticed on my various Facebook pages, I recently posted a new t-shirt design that you guys can purchase, which I now have loading for you right here. This is the Gent is for Virgins t-shirt. Why is it called that? Because on the back, there it is right there. So, Gent is for Virgins. That is yours truly in the corpse paint right there with the logo right there. We are doing a limited run of t-shirts and hoodies. The way that this website works is that if you buy the, or rather if you sell the minimum amount, they will print the shirts off and ship them out to the paying customers. But if the minimum order requirement is not met, then basically everyone kind of gets refunded and the shirts don't get made. So support would be very, very much appreciated. Buy a t-shirt, buy a hoodie, and show a little support for me and the content that I create. That would be awesome. If we sell enough to make the minimum order, I am planning on doing even more merch designs in the future. So, yeah. Please, please, please help me out a little bit. If you guys have any ideas of stuff that you would like to see from GitCon coming up in a few weeks, let me know. I am planning on hopefully filming a factory tour from Framus and Warwick while I'm there, but also a bunch of other stuff too. Any and all ideas are welcome. Yeah, I guess, let's see. Let's go ahead and wrap this. Let's go ahead and wrap this up in a second. Jesus, I don't know what the hell that was. Near field monitors. Dude, I have to be honest with you. I am so fucking not well versed in studio lingo. I have no idea what that even means at all. So I just know that I thought they sounded really kick-ass in the store before I bought them, so I picked them up. If you want to know if they're near field monitors, talk to David Fuller, who just commented, actually. Yeah, that's your guy. So, but yeah, I guess we're gonna wrap this up here in a moment. Does anyone have any further questions? Just a few more minutes of questions, and then we'll wrap this up. Otherwise, I'll keep playing. That's like all I know. Hope that was good for you. So, Agile 10 string, good or bad purchase? You know, the more I think about it, the more I was like, nah, that was kind of a rough experiment. How am I liking the Solar? I am loving it. I don't really plan on getting rid of this one. It sounds too fucking good. The only way I'll get rid of this one is if Ola introduces some really cool new color options, and if I can get one of these in a 25.5-inch scale, because that would be like a perfect fucking metal recording instrument right here. Let's see. Hello from Norway! I don't know if that's what Norwegians sound like. Hopefully I didn't offend. Sorry about that. Let's see. Buxom Boost. I actually don't know what that is. Let's see. Pedal for Swedish death metal. I always say just try to find a actual Boss HM2 if that's what you're really looking for. That being said, I like the Merciless distortion that Eris just put out. I actually really liked it. It was a few differences there, but in all honesty, I think he was pretty faithful. There's a few other clones out there. One of the things I am going to try to review in a few weeks when I go to Germany, TC Electronics has confirmed for me that they will have an iMaster pedal there for me to check out. So I am definitely making it a point that I'm going to check one of those out. They've also got a cool new take on the EBO there. They've got this thing called the TC Electronic Aeon. I'm going to check one of those out too, because EBO is kind of one of those things that I love it as a studio tool, just to add like textures underneath stuff here or there. So yeah, I'm hoping to check one of those things out. Let's see. What YouTubers are you excited to meet? Kind of excited to meet the Tone King, honestly. You know, I know a lot of people give that dude shit, but I actually really dig a lot of his content. And fuck, dude, I would love to find one of those old reverse headstock Mockingbirds that he partnered with way back in the fucking day. Wouldn't mind talking to him. I would love to talk to Pete Thorne. That dude's a fucking badass. Andy from Reverb is going to be there. I am not a pedal guy so much, but what I would love to do is I would love to pick his brain on overdrives a little bit. I think that would be really, really cool. Nick, I am not answering that question as far as what YouTubers I cannot stand. A few of you guys might know, and that's just gonna stay. That's not even, we're not even gonna discuss that really, honestly. Sorry. So let's see. There's a lot of other guys at GitCon that I'm excited to meet. Samurai Guitarist is gonna be there. That should be really fucking cool. Let's see. My Eris demo got you to listen to Entombed again. Dude, I will take that as a massive compliment. Thank you so much. Let's see. Can you play Despacito? No, I cannot. So, and let's keep it at that. Let's keep it at that. I'm not opposed to doing like a pop music cover. I keep saying I'm going to do a cover of a particular Ariana Grande song at some point. And at one point, I actually learned an 8-string. Like, I learned the chords and everything, and I was planning on doing like an 8-string version of an Ariana Grande song, but just haven't gotten off my ass to do it. Fuck yeah, it's such a brutal album. Ormsby or Aristides, which has a thinner neck profile? So if we're talking, okay, we're not talking about build quality. So because honestly, between them, I don't think you can go wrong. Thinner neck profile, I feel like the Aristides has a definitely thinner neck profile. Is that to say that Ormsby is uncomfortable? Not at fucking all. That SX that's up there has a little bit thicker neck than what they're currently making. It's got a little bit broader shoulders on the neck. Good question, XDeathX. Still sporting that that Scene Kid screen name from 10 years ago. So, what was I saying? No, but like I love my Ormsby Goliaths. I think they have a nice thin neck to them. They do have a thinner neck profile than what Ormsby used to make in the past, and I don't know, I just really, really like it. So much so that even though I've been after a Strandberg for years, even though I've got one, I hardly ever play it because I play the Ormsbys instead. Aristides is a top-notch fucking guitar, and I absolutely love them so much so that the only reason why I sold my Aristides was because I put a deposit down on an 080S, which I can't wait to show you guys when that gets here. Someone just mentioned Gardenian. Dude, I fucking love that record. Fucking Doom and Gloom, dude. I love that. That's probably not fucking it. I haven't listened to that album in forever. But dude, goddamn, I love that record so fucking much. I love the one right before it too. That was great as well. Have I ever refinished a guitar, paint pickups, the whole 9 yards? No, because I feel like if I'm gonna invest that much money into an instrument, it had better be for extremely sentimental guitars, or if I'm gonna put that much money into an instrument, let it be for a new one. So, like recently, I got a quote to do a refret on an instrument that's very sentimental to me, and it's a little up there, but at the same time, the quality of work from the guy that is going to do it is top fucking notch, so it's worth every penny. I just kind of gotta will myself to spend that kind of money and get it done. So that's going to be on my Tajima K2, which was a gift from my in-laws. And I love that instrument, but I don't really play it so much because the few flaws that it has kind of gets to me a little bit. And then let's see, would you upgrade your BC Rich Stealth? Nope. That will always, always, always stay stay stock for my love for Chuck. As far as now, that being said, though, I did just today finally purchase a made in Korea Warlock with a reverse headstock. That sucker is going to get modded a little bit once I get it. I'm going to put some Lawler DBs in it. Either the ones that are currently in my Schecter are going to go in it, or if they can get back to me on if they can be made with a black chrome finish, I'm going to go with that. Because, dude, I need those in that guitar. That would be like pure fucking sonic annihilation. DBZ, I've checked them out. I haven't been seriously impressed, but I haven't been seriously unimpressed either. So I feel like they're decent for the money, but for the money I would just rather buy like a Schecter or an LTD. I feel like those instruments are a little bit more solid and consistent. Let's see. Let me answer the question that the potential troll asked a little bit ago. Why are you so lazy? Well, the reason why I am so lazy, honestly, so honestly, I don't know a better way of describing it. Some days I just get kind of fucking down, and sometimes it gets triggered from something, sometimes it doesn't get triggered at all. I just wake up and I'm in a shitty, piss poor mood, and there's nothing really that can break me out of it. Do you know Do you know what the worst part about depression really is? The worst part about depression really is fucking when you get so just I wouldn't even necessarily call it lazy. You would just be like to be just sitting at a computer, not typing anything, not even really looking at anything. You're just staring at the screen. You can't even summon the will to reach down and grab your phone. You can't even summon any sort of willpower to stand up and go get food or anything. Like, there was a day off I had recently that was just like that. I literally woke up at maybe 8 o'clock in the morning and made my way to the studio. I was all set to do a whole bunch of stuff in here. Maybe shoot a video that day, maybe record a song that day. XDeathX, I know you're not trolling me. I was just being a dick, and I apologize. So, but I literally spent just hours in here. Just fucking hours not doing a goddamn thing. I wasn't even watching YouTube. I wasn't even checking my email or dicking around on Facebook or looking at Reverb. It was literally just this thing where I was just sitting there hunched over like this just for fucking hours. And it was one of those days where, like, okay, what the hell am I doing with my life is just kind of going through my head like the entire day. So I don't know, it's something that I've kind of suffered with kind of all my life, really. I've just been really, really sensitive to some stuff. A few people have told me that, like, it's kind of funny. A few people have even told me, like, dude, when you're a dick, we don't let it get to us because we know what's causing it. So I guess it's been really fucking obvious sometimes too. But anyways, on a lighter note, all right. So what else is going on? Do I ever feel guilty playing not playing guitars for one of my guitars for a long time? Sometimes, like, I mean, I'll take that Washburn V that I have, for example. I actually didn't play that for like 2 years at one point. And then I started recording a bunch of Swedish death style stuff with it, which was going to be released on an EP, but I just never got off my ass and finished it. I'm glad you love that Sun Valley Shredder. Dude, I loved it. I thought it was a fantastic instrument. It was one of those things that I bought just to do a review and then get rid of. Let's see. Best overdrive boost for a high gain head. You know, up to this point, I really like Tube Screamer style stuff, so pretty much anything that's kind of on that level. Tube Screamers, maxed on OD808s. Eris Savage Drive is pretty cool. Although I will have to admit, I like his Brutal Drive a lot more. It colors the tone way more, but I think I really, really like how it colors the tone, so to speak. Let's see. Dude, that's kind of a good way to put it. The ever-growing numbness that builds up. So, and yeah, that is a great way of describing it. The endless guilt because you feel like you should be enjoying life, but you feel too unmotivated to even try to do that. Dude, you hit the nail on the fucking head. I mean, look, I'm not trying to gloat, but do you see any reason why I should be fucking complaining? I've got a house. I've got a mortgage I'm paying off when most people can't afford this shit. I've got 2 cars that we bought brand spanking fucking new, and they're paid off now. I'm surrounded by guitars, and like after trying to be a musician for a living for years and years and years, I'm finally getting a little bit of recognition and a little bit of money from it. There's absolutely no fucking reason why I should be complaining. There's no fucking reason why I shouldn't be happy. So why the fuck are my emotions just kind of like hitting me over the head with a Baltine hammer? I don't fucking get it. So, let's see. Thoughts on Dave Davidson? He's a fucking beast, is my thoughts on him. When is my Aristides coming? Hopefully the very, very beginning of next year. I ordered it just barely with not enough time to necessarily get it for NAMM. So I'm not expecting to get it by NAMM, but I kind of dropped a hint to Pascal that if it can be done by NAMM, I would be really, really super happy. And I would love to just kind of take it home from the show, but we'll see. Did I sell the Jackson yet? Nope, I've still got the Jackson SL2Q. I've actually used it for a few things recently. It's not a bad instrument, but it is what it is. I bought it really for a certain project, and that project never materialized. Best way to tighten up the low E on an 8-string? My experience is thicker strings. I typically use really, really thick strings on the bass side of all my instruments, not just 8-string. I like, to give you an idea, most of my guitars usually have skinny top, heavy bottom sets, regardless of whatever tuning I'm going for. If it's D standard, I absolutely 10 to 52 because I used to use 10 to 46 and I just found it too floppy. Sidebar, by the way, these strings are Ernie Ball M Steels. They are my favorite new fucking strings. Ernie Ball, if someone is listening and can get this message to Ernie Ball, please make M Steel 8-string sets. Dear fucking God, I would kill for Ernie Ball, M Steel, 8-string sets. But, no, like, to give you an idea, let me grab one of my Goliaths really quick. So this Goliath right here has a 10 through 90 on it, just because I really like the minimal movement when I'm picking on the lowest string here. I really like that extra tension for that reason. The longer scale length on the bass side does that and helps a lot, but thicker strings also adds to that too. I probably don't even need the thicker strings, but I'm just so used to it now at this point that it just feels comfortable. Let's see, where was I at? Necrogoblicon, I like the band. Not my favorite thing in the world, but it's the kind of thing where when it comes up in my playlist on Spotify, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm loving it. So, yeah, my thing with the Savage Drive is that it's just a little too transparent. Like I was saying, the Brutal Drive colors the tone a little bit more, and I kind of really like how it colors the tone. It reminds me a little bit of the old modded TS9DX that I had. Someone put in a different chip in that, and it ended up causing it to have a bit more low-end oomph when I had it on, and every so often I find myself missing that pedal. I sold that pedal to get a Protone Dead Horse, and fuck that. Oh my God. I fucking hate Protone with a passion. And it bums me out because that pedal actually sounded really good, but I had nothing but problems trying to get that fucking pedal. Jesus Christ. how do I record riffs? Honestly, I just kind of dick around until something comes up, and then I plug into, oh shit. Dee. Guys still with me? There we go. So when I've got a good riff just from dicking around, I immediately just launch one of my templates, you know, create new. I've always got a metal template, and let's do death riff. Create. Yes, I do want to save it. And then I'll just kind of let the computer do its thing, and it'll eventually load a new file for me, and I'll set the tempo, I'll turn on a click track, and I'll just fucking lay it down. I don't worry about drum patterns or anything until pretty much when the song is done, unless I'm so stoked on it that I can't wait to program drums, and then I'll just start doing that early. But yeah, there's a little bit of a process, but pretty much I just load up a template, you know, set the tempo. Lately, I've been doing a lot of stuff at 220. And I'll just arm the track and fucking go. So, let's see. We're going to wrap this up pretty soon. My phone's almost dead. See, is that a PRS on the wall? No, I don't have a PRS, I'm afraid. Would love one. Would love to have one of the Floyd Customs. I thought those were fucking phenomenal. Let's see. Let's see. Who are you? Do we have another troll in here? We do have another troll. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All right. Let's see. Alcohol in the recording studio, huh? I have not played clean riffs through a Soldano. I'm under the impression that's not why you get a Soldano. My wife is hot. Thank you. I would agree. Firestone Walker Parabola. Haven't had it. Have not had it. Thank you, Owen. Much appreciated. So, I think we're gonna call it at this point, guys. My phone's about dead, and I've answered quite a few questions. Do I ever fear that the wall hangers will fall? To a certain extent, yeah, but not so much. I mean, sometimes I hang my headless ones on there just for a goof. So, but anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. More videos to come. Lots of cool stuff on the way. Thank you for listening to me bullshit a little bit. Definitely, yeah, like I said, if you guys can come up with anything that you would like to see at GitCon, definitely drop me a line. I'm always open for ideas for that, especially since I don't really have a whole lot of anything. Let's see. Besides that, Oh, and the shirt. Please, please, please check out the shirt design on Bonfire. I will post the link in the description to this live feed. Okay? Thank you so much.